Let's fucking Hey, how you doing? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Chop Sports Daily, coming to you live from Chop Studios in Matawan, New Jersey. It is Sturch. It is Gooch. Today, it is Dave Sturchio. It is Chris Gucci.
A little
and
buttoned
of course,
up. I know the hoodie
buttoned up
doesn't
here.
give the indicator, but
of course, A5 Anthony behind the glass. As we have ourselves a loaded show, a lot of stuff to get into. We are one day away, literally 24 hours from game day, less than 24 hours from game day. And we got the Bills and the Rams are going to hang their stupid banner. So hopefully next time this year, Cowboys are hanging their sixth banner and everything like that. So we got ourselves a show. We have ourselves a lot of stuff to talk about. We're going to go into week one, start 'em, sit 'em today, which is great because you've done your drafts already and you've done your due diligence on getting everybody in your lineups, and now it's time to make those hard decisions, and Sturch and Gooch are here for that. So I do want to start the show with a little story. So once upon a time, we were doing this very show, and we got a comment from a faceless Facebook user, okay? And that Facebook user turned out to be my brother's wife's brother, Joey.
his brother's brother-in-law, for those that are trying to keep track.
Yeah, all right, that works. Brother, that is what it is. Once removed on my end, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Joey, my man, he had mentioned something in the comments, and I had no idea what the hell he was talking about, so I just thought it was actual spam.
And you literally said that was weird.
I said, yeah, that was weird, right? I don't know what that was, but that was weird. Because you get all these comments, and you're like, oh, well, who's watching? So I proceed to look at my Facebook after the show, and I find out that it's Joey. And I'm like, oh, shit. I was like, what the hell? So I texted him. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You know, he's like, you just called me weird, bro. And I was like, yeah, but it was weird. Like, I didn't know what you were talking about because he put, you know, this company is launching in New Jersey, right? It's approved in New Jersey as of today. You might want to get involved or sign up here or whatever. So I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. So after having a conversation with him, see, Joey works for, I believe, an investment firm of some variation. I think they're called Thrive, right? And his company only invests in the big of the big, right? And no, Thrive did not invest in Chop Sports before you get on that train. But in any event, we got to sit down with a man named Suresh, a man named Vineet, and a couple other guys in the background on one meeting. And this meeting was with Mojo. See, Mojo is a sports stock market, and that's going to be launching literally in less than 2 weeks, right? So they're
September 19th.
September 19th, they're going to be launching their product, and it is the sports stock market. Don't do it yet, Ant. I know you're itching.
Oh, yeah, no, I got you.
Whatchamacall. So the sports stock market is exactly what it says. So it's a stock market.
It's tailor-made for me.
Yes,
honestly,
Gooch, when you found out what this was, I couldn't. This guy's doing laps around the office. Like, this is awesome, right? So we're like, how could we get involved? How could we? So right off the rip, me, you were brainstorming. We're talking to Sean Basinger about like what we could do. Hey, maybe they want to advertise. That'd be awesome, right? That if you know, behind us it was the Mojo Studio or something like that. We're like, let's do that, right? But then I got the feeling, you know, going and doing the research. Now, keep in mind, I do want to preface this with this. They have 4 owners. Mojo has 4 owners. Vineet, who I just talked about. Mark Lohr, who is
part owner of the Timberwolves.
Yes, he also bought Jet.com and sold it for $3.3 billion to Walmart. Bart Stein, who was the senior vice president of new product innovation for Walmart. So a lot of these guys, bigger wigs. And the 4th guy, you may have heard of him, our friend and yours, Mr. Alex Rodriguez, is also an owner of this company. Now, again, we didn't know what to expect. We're like, all right, let's just talk to these guys and see what's going on. Turns out their content, it was driving, it was going. They have Sporty Jordy. They have a couple personalities within their Instagram, their Twitter, all their website, all that stuff. Me and this guy did a little bit of a flex move. We were like, you know what? Why don't we send them a little bit of a demo, a real show of sorts, like what we could bring besides advertisement, like in case they were looking for something else. We take this meeting and, you know, we send them the demo. They're all impressed. They're very pumped about it. They end the meeting saying what? They're like, we'll get back to you. We'll let you know if there's anything
if there's
concrete.
anything concrete we could come up with, and we'll see if we could figure something out.
So in that, it was only a few hours that went by. They asked for one more meeting. I said, of course, we're jumping up. Like, let's go. Let's meet again. Let's talk. So we had that conversation, and they want Sturch Gooch. They want Dave Sturch and Chris Gucci. They want us to do a daily stock market type show for Mojo on their channel. And here we are to announce that today, Chop Sports Media, Dave Sturchio, Chris Gucci has signed with Mojo on a 10-week pilot that will be starting to air September 19th with those guys on their YouTube channel. And we couldn't be more pumped about it. So it's a big day for us. I'm getting chills just talking about it. You could bring it up, man. Go ahead.
Dave has been trying to keep this.
You don't understand.
Last
you don't understand. This has been tough.
Very proud of you, Dave.
I know.
For not posting
I know.
31 times.
I know. I've been trying.
Look,
last night,
training wheels are off.
They
Guys,
are.
Be ready
they
for
are.
Dave's post and just give me the heads up.
We signed a deal for 10 weeks with the potential to really, really grow within Mojo. And when you talk about a company like this, there's a lot of money involved, right? And you would think, we started off. You can go back, Ant. Take that off. You would think that like when they look at a startup and like us, they had no intention. That's a big thing for me. They had no intentions on doing any kind of daily show with their company. And then they saw us and they said, you know what?
Yeah,
we need those guys.
The marketing guy, Suresh, he called it a serendipity moment where he was like, look, we were 2 weeks set from launch. We had all of our things lined up as far as we thought, but they're doing very broad version content. They don't have anybody that's like honing in on their product specifically. And honestly, this is tailor made for us. I didn't even have to research half these players. It's a very cool product. Guys, I think we have the link in our description.
We do have the link in the description.
So if you check the link in the description, you could go sign up for their beta app. It is launching fully on September 19th. But as of right now, anybody that signs up through our thing will get the beta app approved for them. So then you could kind of play around now. We started playing around a little bit yesterday. It is a very dope
concept.
My
first trade.
There's a lot of nuances that you might have to figure out as you go. But look, we're here to be the experts for you guys. So you're going to be able to go to us and I'll give you all the ins and outs of the app.
That's kind of where I'm at. Like, it's so funny because we talk about this all the time. We're like, Dave's not analytically driven ever. It's always go with your gut, Dave, right? Go with your gut, right? And you are like the counter, the yin and the yang. So it's like, while I'll present as much as I can to those guys, like Chris is really steamheaded this. He's already lost sleep over this. But I just want to say that it's a testament to myself and Chris coming in here every day, not paying ourselves, just keep going and going and going. And every advertisement dollar, and that shout out to everybody who's ever pumped a dollar into this company. It's been pumped right back into the company to get the mics, to get the lighting, to get the cameras.
Not just that. Look, honestly, we've had a platform to talk sports for well over a year now, and there is no platform without the viewers. So guys, I couldn't even stress. Like, I almost get like emotional. Well, I'm not that type, so I'm not
that guy.
Don't worry about it. I'm not going to cry over here. Guys, could not have done this without everybody that's been with us since day one. It means the world to me and Dave. A lot of sacrifice, but you've been with us since day one, and I just, I'm almost happy for the whole group. I know it's us, but it's like,
we'll talk about it in a little bit. But like, there was a certain moment of a fantasy draft last night where like you kind of got the feeling like these guys are with us every day. They know the Manscaped jokes. They know this kind of shit. So that's the coolest part about all this.
Speaking of the fantasy draft, you guys are fucking annoying. Oh my God. But back to the feel good stuff.
Yeah, the feel good stuff is we've been busting our ass here for a year and a half now. And it just so happens that today lands a year to the day that we signed to start this whole thing of Chop Studios, right? We were in a little office, then we expanded here because of our investment with Sean. And then we started doing other things. Then we're like, you know what? The hell with it. Let's take the whole thing over. It's ours now. We did that 1 year ago today. So in 1 year's time, we launched this thing, and now we get involved with Mojo, which again, when you want to talk about the future of different things, like, yeah, sure, there's daily fantasy, there's yearly fantasy. This literally is a stock market for a guy that you invest in. So yesterday we made our first trade on the thing. We both bought into Trey Lance.
Yeah, I'm doing the Trey Lance dance.
We bought stock in Trey Lance. So now we get to watch it grow as he grows. And obviously this is like up to the minute shit, man.
So what I'm going to talk about now a lot is like just being able to invest in a player. Look at this as like a long-term dynasty league, but you could play it, not yet, but you could play it eventually over all all major sports. They're going to incorporate college players into this, where
College
you can
football
invest in a
launching in
college football
October.
player and invest on his potential in terms of going into the NFL. The very cool concept. And look, I mean, for the guys that for us and our viewers, it's tailor-made content. You guys are going to have fun with it. Look at it as a bank account that you could potentially lose a little bit, but it's actually safe. And we could explain the nuances as we get further into it, but it's essentially being able to have a little bit of fun with your bank account. That's the way I look at it. Because
I mean, this is like a legitimate investment.
There is a floor on some of these guys. So like Tom Brady, the bottom cannot fall out.
Right.
The most you could lose is like $10
but he's also the most
investment.
expensive to buy right now.
Yes.
So
yes.
like it's just like a stock market. When Amazon goes, I'm sure it's going to do this, right? And then this, and then this. There's a lot of details to discuss, but there is one other detail. As Sam Grasso, Sam Grasso just asked us, is this a daily live show? So as of yesterday, when we talked to Suresh and the people that, the guys, the powers that be over there, they want a daily show to drop every day on their YouTube channel, on the Mojo YouTube channel. So subscribe to those guys to see us every day at 9:30. You're going to see myself and Gooch over there at 9:30. It will not
be live, though.
It will not be live. So there's no interaction with that. You can comment as it premieres. You can comment. We might be in the comments, whatever. So now you're probably asking yourself, I know this is the pivotal question, what the hell happens to the Chop Sports Daily, right? So me and Chris have decided to quit. We're out. We're done. No. So no, what we've decided is this. There's going to be a lot of work involved to do this. And to deliver a crisp product to these guys, we want to make sure we give it our all. So the Chop Sports Daily will still air Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 o'clock as scheduled, as a live show to talk to all you guys and enjoy that shit as we go. If we have to make any adjustments based off of workload, we will, right? But we know that we didn't want the Daily Show to go away.
And we don't want to leave you guys in the dust.
Yeah, no.
It means a lot to our community that we've built. It's almost like a cult-like following. We don't want to leave it.
No,
we want to keep this thing going. So we're not turning our backs on the Chop Sports Daily, not once.
No, we thought about pushing it to maybe an afternoon drive where, you guys are on your way home and you're listening to us. But that's a lot of competition. There's a lot of people out there that, are so on the Michael K show or so on this and so on that. But the best part about this show is that you can, and what we've seen based off of analytics, is that a lot of people consume our show later anyway. Like we only get a certain chunk of you guys to watch live. And that's a testament to you guys, whether you're at work getting in trouble or you're working from home or, you're in a meeting or whatever you're doing and you're watching us and consuming this right now. We know that a lot of people watch at the end of the day anyway. So that's all a fluid situation. We just wanted to sit here and tell you that we leveled up a little bit today. Yeah, we leveled up a little bit. And I think based off of the contract and the terms and everything like that, it's honestly, and on a personal front, and you were telling me a story before this about how you got your start in literally just trying to learn how to talk. And that's a great story. You could share it in a second. But for me, 2006, I graduated with a journalism degree. I went to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting in 2007. Shout out to my teammates and classmates there. But from there, it's been a 15, 16-year grind just to get something ink to paper. And while I've worked at Sirius and I've worked at, Blogging the Boys and Cowboys Wire, and I've gotten paid for my services, I never got paid like this.
It's a good time.
It's a good time to be, a member of this little community that we've built. And I'm super pumped about it. And I know Gooch, I share your
bro, all the sacrifice that I've put out, like just working long ass days, not being able to spend time with my loved ones. Ash, you've been through it. Trust me, I know what you're going through on a daily basis with that shit.
Yeah, I don't know how she does it.
But just, bro, like with me, it's all grassroots. I used to do podcasts with, about MMA back in the day. I've come a long way in terms of, you listening to my first podcast ever. It was like on a cell phone over Blog Talk Radio.
Radio.
Wild scene. Awful quality. I didn't go. I have no formal background in any of this stuff. I faked like I went to Middlesex. I took public speaking classes just so I could learn how to talk.
Just and I was in the back, like just don't.
I was making it seem like I'm there for the long haul, but I was really just there to kind of use the system a little bit. But yeah, picked up on a few tips here or there and just pieced it together. And the pandemic happened. And look, just kept on grinding and working my ass off. And now here we are. And by no stretch did we make it. There's a lot more work to be done. But it does feel good to have this little bit of validation because, bro, at our age and people you know how it goes, but we're doing YouTube and shit.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of competition out there. There's a lot of
self-belief.
Yeah, dude. Because those are the days we started our videos. Remember, we had Bascone in here. We were putting stuff on YouTube, and it's like 3 views, and we're like, sweet, man, it's double of yesterday. You know, so like, and I'm not saying our view count is through the roof because it's not. But the people that were put in our face the other day believed in us, and they believed in us enough to say, you know, and when he said pilot originally, I was like, oh, all right, cool. We'll do 1 show for him. See if they like it. They're like, nah, here's 10 weeks, man. We need 10 weeks worth of you guys.
Judging by the way the conversations have gone, I feel like the pilot's a formality. I feel I'm not getting ahead, but I feel very good about our future with this company.
I do too.
And Scoop, to answer your question, it's PG-13 is a good way to put it. It's definitely not like me talking about my taint and my shaved ass.
That's still that'll stay here.
That'll stay on the Chop Sports Daily, but we are allowed to be ourselves. They stress like keep the humor going, be yourselves. That's what they want, and we have total creative control over the show.
We do. We get, you know, we're gonna get everything approved by them before we do it, obviously, but you know, we're not gonna sit there and MF everybody. I will say the biggest transition I have to make. I gotta do my hair.
Yeah, we gotta button up a little bit. We gotta have wardrobe.
Yeah,
literally, that's it. So Ash, we're gonna go to the mall this week.
I found an Untuck It store at Freehold Raceway Mall. I might do that.
That shows how disconnected I am, bro. I wear basketball shorts and jeans.
You see, I have a Let's Rage t-shirt on with my hat. My classic look is going away.
Is Untuck It the shirts that are designed to be worn, not tucked in?
I mean, are you like,
is that a company?
Yes.
Like I'm just saying, Untuck It could be a fucking name of anything.
No. But what you just said was their commercial. What you just did was the read for Untuck It, designed to be untucked. But anyway, we can wear nothing underneath. Actually, we're here at the desk, so we can do whatever we want. Do we still get the Grundle Jungle 3 days a week? Yes, we do.
Yes, we get the Grundle Jungle 3 days a week. Joe, and for you, 5 days a week, buddy.
Yeah, dude. Oh, and shout out to, again, another successful Break Buds last night. That was pretty cool on Instagram.
Moderately successful.
That's also...
I apologize to everybody that I was a dick to yesterday. Joe, Ash, like I was
well, you were also stressed. Going through it. Yeah, like I walked out of here, I thought you were gonna die. I literally went home last night. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do the show tomorrow by myself. This is gonna be fun. Like it's whatever. But in any event, we do want to thank you guys for sticking with us the entire time. And we got a show to do. We got a show to do today, and we'll continue to grind and continue to work here at Chop Studios and continue to do all the good shit that we do on a day-to-day. So thank you first and foremost to Mojo and Alex. Can I call you Alex? Just be on the next meeting, Mr. Rodriguez, because we want to talk to you,
bro.
Too.
Come on.
What are we doing?
First question I asked, I said, wait, I'm not even kidding. This is the first question I asked him. I said, where's A-Rod? What the fuck is going on here?
So A-Rod is our boss now.
Of course I am.
Figure that out. Do that math. Anyway.
And yes, Ash, the Patreon does still work.
Speaking of Patreon, wow, great segue. Good job, Ash. Good job, Gooch. If you want to support Chop Sports, we haven't made it yet, folks. We would like your support. Head on over to patreon.com/Chop Sports. That's the way to support us. There's a $3, a $5, a $10 variation. That's the way to do it. The Break Buds are very heavily in this. If you're a Patreon member, you're involved in all their random breaks, or if it's not eBay related.
Barry Sanders rookie is going to somebody that's a Patreon member tomorrow. So if you're not one, be one, and you have a chance at that Barry rookie.
Yeah. So I'm just pumped. This whole thing just pretty cool. So anyway, there's a rundown. There is actually sports to talk about today. So thank you guys for all your congratulatory comments. I know A5 was probably a little overwhelmed. There was probably coming in a little floodski. So we thank everybody for sticking with us and watching us each and every day. Yeah, I'm beaming right now. We've been beaming since the announcement. Dude, when I tell you, you know me, man.
Yeah.
I want to post and share the world. Not like a, hey, everybody look at us. It's just like accomplishments.
Even I shared
you shared the story
today and you were like, Dave, Chris, you good? And I was like, honestly, Dave, sometimes just once in a while, I will accept a little glory. I feel good about this today. I'll take all the congratulations and all the glory coming my way today. I might not know how to react to you after you congratulate me. I might just ignore you, but I do appreciate it. I'm very bad at these things.
Yeah, no, he likes to crawl up in a ball. Meanwhile, I'm on the roof of Chop Studios like, guess what, everybody? Just yelling out the traffic. Hey, Anthony, how you doing, bro? Happy to be a part of all this shit?
Oh, yeah, I'm excited.
Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool.
Yeah.
To all you other interns that left our side, Now you're missing the boat. No, I'm kidding.
No. You guys are,
now you're missing out.
There's no shot at any of this without all the people that have been
everybody. I do want to thank every single intern, every single person that's invested $1 in us. Like, you guys are why we have a chance to be big and get our brand out there and do our thing. So thank you to everybody. And I know Anthony's got a lot to learn. He's actually going to sit in on the Artie meeting today, so I can teach him a little bit of augmented reality. So yes, there is a solid sports little thing going on.
All right,
so
my rundown is a little bit scattered about today. As you well know, I had a busy one. So I'm going to try and keep it lined up for everybody as best as I can. But I'll start off with the NBA. LeBron James' son, Bronny, was seen on his Instagram post yesterday decked out in Ohio State gear. Not really that big of a news. I know that they're Ohio State fans, but it is big news because he's trying to pick where he's going to go to school next year. I think it's going to be OSU.
LSU?
OSU.
Oh. OH.
So, NBA, keeping it in the NBA, there was a little press conference yesterday or 2 days ago. Was yesterday with Pat Beverly. Pat Bev and got to meet the Lakers media or it was funny because he trolled the Lakers, LeBron, and how they didn't make the playoffs last year. Yeah,
he said, all right, so basically an interviewer went up to him, one of the reporters, and like, Pat, how do you feel, man? You get to play with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. He's like, no. They get to play with me. I made the playoffs last year. They didn't. Yeah. Like, I was just like, I'm sorry, what? Like, what did you just say?
More interesting news about the Lakers and the Pat Bev thing. I think Pat Bev and Russell Westbrook, like, they had real beef over the last couple of seasons.
He sang his
I'm
praises.
Pretty sure that they're dating now because that was very cute at the press conference. But Russ is a good teammate. Shout out to him. I used to hate Pat Bev, but I'm on board now. Let's go. All right. So Major League Baseball, the Braves and the Mets are now tied for first place in the National League East. And I'm not here to bash the Mets because, look, the Braves are playing really good baseball.
They don't lose.
It was just yesterday or 2 days ago that we were like, Mets win the World Series. So look, it's not all said and done yet, but it's going to be a good one down the stretch. The Braves and the Mets play.
And unfortunately, they just got hit.
And the more unfortunate news, like the Yankees are, oh God, the Mets are going to make the playoffs no matter what. So if they lose to the Braves, they don't get the 1 seed or whatever it might be. That's okay. But it's not okay if Max Scherzer is not there for the postseason. Very bad time, September 7th, for Max to be hitting the injured list. I don't know. I didn't really read the article, but they said he could have started if he needed to, or he could have stayed in the game, and he didn't.
Pumps out on the IL.
Maybe it's just a precautionary thing.
But you gotta think
not
the Mets
a good situation.
Want to win this division and get that bye and all that shit. So you can't imagine them saying like, all right, look, we're in already. Let's get Max healthy.
It's not worth.
I don't think so.
If Max was healthy, they would pitch him because it's a big game. But Max isn't healthy, and risk reward. Look, it doesn't matter if they're playing an extra game in Atlanta or not in the postseason. If they got to do what they got to do, the road's going to be tough anyway. It'll be a lot tougher no matter what the situation is if Max isn't there for it. So get him going, get him good to go for the playoffs. That's a no-brainer, I think. All right, now it's when it gets difficult here. All right, NFL. No, you know what? Combat sports. It's official. Jake Paul and Anderson Silva have decided to announce that they're going to fight, but I doubt the fight will take place. But the announcement's official.
And they have a weight class, and they have rounds, and they have all that cool shit.
These good things. 8-round fight. Jake Paul opened up as the plus 150 favorite, and Anderson Silva quickly flip-flopped that.
Plus
I think it's
150 favorite?
Or minus 150 favorite, and now he's plus 150. So it literally turned on its head. Anderson Silva was plus 155, and now he's minus 130.
Think Silva can knock the shit out of this guy or what?
I don't think they're going to fight.
If they fought. Hypothetically situation.
If they fight, I don't think Anderson Silva is a type of guy to lay down. I think his legacy means too much to him. So I don't think he's going to just get knocked.
So not like Woodley, who's just like, here, hit me.
Woodley didn't get laid out either. Like
Woodley
got laid out. Woodley didn't take. Woodley's not a fucking stunt man. He got knocked out. Stop. Dave, natural human reaction, especially with muscle memory of a fighter. I'm not letting you just punch me in the face. Like I'm going to put my arm up. You don't like, I'm wiggle your wrist and move your hand so I can knock you out. No, dude.
For $1 million, you want to do that? For $8 million, for $10 million, you want to do that? You're doing
fine.
That.
I would do that, but
I know you would.
I would, but it wouldn't look that good.
He did make it look good.
Like, where's his fucking award?
Yeah,
his Oscar. That was acting.
Definitely.
Anyway, that fight may or may not happen. All right, so NFL, Bills and the Bucks are Super Bowl favorites. I don't think that's news. I think that's been kind of running the table since the odds came out. Kenny Pickett edged out Mason Rudolph as the number 2 starter in Pittsburgh. I don't think he edged out anybody. I think right now in Mike Tomlin's head, he kind of knows that Kenny Pickett is by far their best quarterback, just making him earn it a little bit. He was never the number 3 quarterback. Mason Rudolph was always on his way out.
When you say way out, you think there's any trade value for Mason Rudolph?
I just don't think they're going to retain 3 quarterbacks.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, if one of them is a rookie, then maybe they do.
There is some trade value for Mason Rudolph, but not right now. Like what they know that they have to cut him. So the reason why is the Steelers have no leverage. Like if you don't trade him, you're going to pay him. If you don't pay him, I mean, if you have to pay him, you're probably going to cut him. We're like third on waivers. We'll take him then. You know, like there's no way that I don't think a team is going to invest any draft capital in Mason Rudolph at this point. So no. Kenny Pickett, honestly, I think he's passed George Pickens for the rookie of the year with that announcement too, in terms of odds go. Chase Young re-aggravates his ACL at a fucking camp.
It was Von Miller's sack or whatever the hell it's called.
Bro, you're a week away.
Yeah.
To cut to the NFL season starting. What are you doing at a camp? Just my
that's
cents.
That's just another example of a poverty franchise in Washington. They don't have any structure.
I mean, the Commanders front office
they don't have any command on their team.
Not happy with Chase Young. I think that goes without saying. You know, it's just a small setback is what I'm reading, so it wouldn't be anything season ending, but still not good. Still not good.
Don't put yourself in that spot.
Other injury news, JC Jackson is officially out for week 1, so maybe Devontae Adams eats a little bit more, and all of the Raiders receivers, I feel like the over might smack in that game. Chargers defense is still really good, but Devontae Adams is going to do his thing regardless. James Robinson is playing week 1. I know that's a little bit older of news, but just as we're approaching fantasy football, that kind of takes a little bit of shine off Travis Etienne. See how that works out. Both those guys are going to be involved in the offense early. And last but not least, the Lamar Jackson deadline to get a contract extension done is officially week 1. So it's looming. There's a couple days left, and there is no deal imminent. The biggest hurdle still
I don't know. The guaranteed money? Yeah.
It's still the guaranteed money. No, neither side is really talking much about what the deals that have been offered are in place.
Doesn't matter, man. He wants
both
all
sides
guaranteed.
of this have denied all reports that have come out about anything. So I'm completely in the dark. You don't be surprised in the next day or so if we see the deal get done. But if it doesn't get done, then everyone's just going to put it aside and we'll revisit this conversation later. I don't think it means anything. You know, the only time it'll resurface again this season is if Lamar gets hurt. That's all for my rundown. Back to you, Dave.
Well, it's funny you bring this up. That game in particular, the Ravens opening up against the Jets. Now, Bobby Saleh, as some have called him already, has went on record and said that if Zach Wilson's ready to go 100%, they'll put him in. However, if he's not, if he's 98.99%, 99. No, he's not. It's a Flacco-driven vehicle, right? I'm here to tell you that if this kid's ready to go, like for whatever reason, you got to play him. You cannot sit back and let Joe Flacco run off and let's just pretend for a second arbitrarily. Remember, I had the Jets going 5-0 before Wilson got hurt. If the Jets for whatever reason get off to a nice start, I'll go as small as 3-0 under a Flacco driven vehicle, and this guy is not ready. You're losing time on a guy that you need. You need to know what you have in Zach Wilson. The Giants are in a situation already where they kind of already seen what's Daniel Jones got, and now they got one more year to find out, right? But they have a good sample size. The Jets don't have a good sample size, and before you know it, bro, that 5th-year option year is going to be right smack dead in your face. You got to know, man. Get his ass out there. Let him play.
But if he's not ready,
that's the thing. If he's not ready,
you're not going to find out anything.
You can't sit there and be like, well, he's ready, but we're taking caution. No, he's your quarterback. Go fucking play.
Look,
you got to play.
If he goes out and plays and he's not ready, then there's going to be all the bad things coming out about why would you play this kid? The Jets aren't winning shit this year. Look, they might be an improved team, but the Jets aren't winning shit this year. So are they on the road week 1 at Baltimore?
No, it's at MetLife.
Home. Either way, on the road at home, Baltimore is a good team. They're going to be coming with their, full steam ahead. Zach Wilson, if he's not ready to go, there's no reason why they're going to put him out there. I don't even think that he should play him for 3 weeks if he's not ready to go. Fuck that.
Well, we got an extension. It just happened.
Dawson Knox.
Did you say that already?
No, I just read it in the comments.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, so Dawson Knox is a 4-year deal in Buffalo. That's just
I'm actually trying to trade for him in one of my leagues.
I got him in all of my shits. Love me some Dawson Knox. But yeah, the Jets, like I said, if he's
stole
healthy.
Him from me, or not me, Joe, yesterday. So
I
shouldn't even. Yep.
I stole him from you?
You had backup tight end before I picked one.
No. There's no backup tight ends, my man.
Flex.
We're both playing. I got Mark Andrews. Speaking of that, let's segue into last night's draft, right? So there was 3 of them. I know there's multiple members of this chat that were in one of them. I know Anthony was in one, the same one as you. I was in the same one as Joe, Carl, Rube, the Bailey. I had Zoof. I had the freaking elite in my draft, by the way. I don't know how that worked out, but great draft. I did take another tight end, but I had Mark Andrews in the 2nd round. And I was like, this is uncharacteristic of me to even take a gamble on a tight end, but like, I know how much that receiving core is not going to eat as much. And I love Rashad Bateman. Don't get me wrong. But man, oh man, I think Mark Andrews is going to set some records this year with receptions. So that's why you take the gamble. And of course, I took Zeke in the 3rd, and everybody shit on that as well. So anyway,
when you do your reads, I'm going to piss.
Okay, I could do that right now. As a matter of fact, why not? So let's do a read or two. Hey, so I want to tell you guys that the Chop Sports Daily is being brought to you in part by the Fusco Insurance Agency. Now, life insurance, guys. I'm here to talk to you about life insurance. Fusco Insurance Retirement Wealth Planning Services offers life insurance policies with no medical or limited medical underwriting questions, as a standard life policies are medically underwritten. We offer plans for over 30 top-rated carriers: whole life, term, return of premium term, index universal life, guaranteed issues, simplified issues for you and your family, whether it be an emergency fund for your family, maybe leave a nest in the egg for a relative, mortgage, life insurance, pay off your home, education funds for your children, cover final expenses, all that shit. Michael Fusco, that is the quickest piss of all time. You not only receive life insurance coverage with our plans, but include the living benefit of long-term care coverage in the event you become ill or disabled or need care. Additional may include disability waiver of premium in the event of disabled. Premium will be protected against the lapse in coverage. I got to read this over again at another day. We know one product doesn't fit everyone, so we specialize in customized plans. Visit FuscoInsuranceAgency.com. And of course, I talked to Glenn briefly last night at that chat. Go check those guys out. A very heavily supporter of the Chop Sports Network and Chop Sports Media. So we appreciate all they've done for us so far. And of course, Steve Aspara.com. Go check it out. ChopSportsMedia.com. Rebuilt, redesigned. It's beautiful. It's nice. And it's all because of Steve Aspara. So go check out Steve Aspara. He is a web developer and content creator based in the New Jersey, New York area. But I'm here to tell you also that you can just get on a Zoom with him. He walked us through a lot of shit. So I appreciate that as well. And our friends down the hall at Lowell, they're doing all your custom stuff. They're doing a lot of stuff for us for Madawan Day, which we got to talk about Madawan Day. A lot of stuff going on over here. But in order for all of this to happen, you have to have a clean grundle. And Gooch is going to help you with that.
So, Kyle, no, I did not wipe piss on my shirt. I washed my hands and cleaned that off.
Oh, I missed that comment.
It still does smell like urine a little bit, so maybe I did. No, I'm kidding. So head on over to manscaped.com, use the promo code CHOPSPORTS, and you get a pair of clean-shaven balls at 20% off.
Hi-oh.
They have the Performance Package 4.0, consisting of the Lawnmower 4.0. You get the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer. You get all of the exfoliators and the rubs. You got some foot deodorant that Dave can't stop talking about.
It smells delicious.
Right?
For all you footies
it comes
out there.
with a razor, a crop shaver 2.0. So after you shave your balls with the Manscaped or the lawnmower, you could really get a close shave. Just don't be weird. You know, you don't got to get too close.
Yeah, just leave a little fuzz.
Keep a little fuzz.
A little fuzz for the action.
But it's honestly, it's very tender and nice on your booty cheeks. You get the porcelain blade. It's like a kiss on your butt. You can't beat it. 20% off Chop Sports. Promo code manscaped.com. And guys, with all of those savings, we're going to head over to Chop Sports Facebook group, and you're going to click on the link to enter you into the massive survivor pool that we have going on.
Get involved.
And if you could do me a favor and on your phone, just pull up the week 1 schedule, because I want to talk a little bit about who we're going to pick.
Right now? We're doing this now?
We're not going to, I just want to hear a little bit about week 1.
I'll tell you one thing. We're not picking either the Rams or the Bills.
No,
that's out.
So that's out.
That's out.
So look, guys, if you go over into this Facebook group of ours, everybody knows it. You click on the link. There's a survivor pool. Search survivor pool. It should be pinned at the top.
It is pinned.
Just follow the instructions. Click the link, and then once you click the link, you make your pick. You join up. Do all that you got to do. Reach out to me, and we'll sort out the payment. I know it's There's a lot of gray area. Just reach out to me if there's any questions whatsoever.
Reach out and
we have
touch
until
me.
Sunday to get this going and to get the payments in. So if you're interested, please reach out to me. And Ant, what do we got week 1? What's the easiest matchup? Well, if you were playing Survivor week 1,
which you will,
who you taking?
Oh, let's see. I'm taking the Colts over Texans for sure.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Looks like we have somebody who just said that. Oh, Giants are beating the Titans. Mark my words. Nick. Listen, Nick, we love you, but just stop. Bucks, Kyle, go. You know what, Kyle? Not the time nor the place. It's a good day here at Chop Studios and for the brand. And I'm not about to sit here and start listening to your bullshit about the Bucks beating the Cowboys
against the Bears. There's a lot of, I think the Broncos Bears.
Are we in the mentality of like anybody who plays like these certain teams? You know, like when whoever plays Atlanta, like we're gonna pick the other team.
I think it's Jacksonville.
Oh, well, that's interesting. But there will be Broncos is the pick. Who the Broncos playing? The Bears? No, Broncos are playing who? That's a Monday Night Football game, is it not?
Yeah, they're playing. Let me see right here. They're playing the Seahawks.
Oh, Denver. Let's ride. I think that might be the play. I mean, we'll sweat it out.
I don't know. I don't like taking week 1. You're going to take a road team right away. There's a lot of easy.
There's no. I will sit here on a hill. Chance. No chance in hell. Geno Smith and the Seahawks beat the Broncos on Monday night. 0.
I don't think they're gonna either. I'm not gonna sit.
We don't have to worry about spreads when it comes to this.
No,
shit.
I understand that, but road teams scare me a little bit. That's why it's called. Like I've never lost a survivor pool on games that I thought. Like it's usually like, wow, this is a guarantee, and they don't. That's how it works. So.
Is that what happened to Husky Lotus?
Husky Lotus died week 13. That fat bastard. But kind of, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so let's do some stardom sit-ems, right? Listen, we've all drafted. The drafts are over. If you have a draft tonight, God bless you, because you're talking about the last possible second to do a draft. I know a lot of you psychopaths are out there like, oh, I'll just do a bunch of random whatever drafts. Like the majority of them are over.
We got Rube is asking me to sauce his team a little bit, meaning like give a little a review.
Oh.
So he wants me to
whose team?
Rube. I'll do it.
I'll expose that son of a bitch.
No, Rube's team is good. I know that he's a very confident drafter. I would imagine because
he just got 2 drafts tonight. He
definitely punted on running back to a degree.
He did. He took Saquon.
Saquon. He doesn't believe in the injury things. He's 2 years removed from the major injury. If there is a bounce back reason, that could be it. I'm not going to sit here right now as it stands and look at Saquon as someone like you have to assume that he's going to stay healthy for this particular review. All right. If Saquon stays healthy,
a lot of drafts tonight.
He's in a good position to do well because they don't have anybody else. I don't believe in Saquon personally, but
I will bring up the fact that I tapped out on Rube's constant berating of how people were sleeping on CMC. I drafted Christian McCaffrey yesterday with the 2nd overall pick,
season,
and I'm like,
much like Rube's season will be in peril either of these two guys lose their
CMC.
job.
Let's catch a bunch of balls.
I think that there's a lot to be said for free agency and adding and manipulating the back end of your roster, which I have faith that Rube will be able to do that.
Yeah, I think Rube's done enough fantasy stuff in his day where he's gone to every home Mets game, Rangers game, and every other game ever because of his winnings in fantasy football. So I think he's doing okay.
See, I like a lot of the guys that he has. Just knowing what I know about Rube, I know he's big on Rachaad White as a guy that possibly steps into that starting role at a certain point this season with the Fournette being a fat bastard. His receivers are loaded and there's some depth. And he has a couple guys that I think he believes in that are going to turn the corner and actually start playing meaningful football. But now, as it stands, Rube, I mean, like your team is a little bit worse than I thought it would be on paper, but we all know that doesn't matter. You're going to manage it well. DJ Moore is my guy. AJ Brown is another one of my guys. I heard not a big believer in Cole Kmet.
Just giving a comment to Joey D, who's tuning in right now from the Sports Car Collective. Go to what's that new dog one? What's the new fantasy dog? What is it?
I use DraftKings, but
but Best Ball, they're taking over the Best Ball thing. They're like really doing well with Best Ball.
I think Dags was the one. I texted Rube and I was like, "Where do you go? Where do you do Best Ball on?" He's like, "A lot, but mainly DraftKings." That's what he said to me. So I was like, "Okay, DraftKings it is."
All right, DraftKings it is. 6 picks weren't awful. Thank you. Bro, I appreciate
Underdog,
it.
he's saying Rube. Yeah.
Underdog,
so Rube, what do you think of Underdog? Is that worth me kind of going to kick the tires on that?
Can I just tell you my lineup?
I have to
Just 'cause I'm
spread
really
my
excited.
money out into 30 different apps. Otherwise, it doesn't count.
I did. It's so funny. I drafted 2 guys on this draft last night that I was not ever considering drafting because I just don't like them. Kyler Murray and Kirsten McCaffrey. But when I'm sitting there at Kyler Murray in the 9th and everybody else is gone and they just passed up on him. But I will say, and I will put this out there,
Dak,
the utter disrespect to Rain Dakota Prescott last night was appalling. Him to be drafted in the 11th round by me as a backup quarterback, which is nuts.
So Dave should just be having this conversation in the mirror with himself. Dak went in the draft that you were in the 11th. You could have taken him over Kyler.
If I would have took Dak Prescott over Kyler Murray, I would have never heard the end of it. So I figured, all right, fuck it. I'll take Kyler here because Dak's going to go. Dak's going to go in the next round, whatever. He sat and he sat and he sat. Are you just all high? Because Dak Prescott is going to be that dude.
I think that there was probably several
Take an X-ray of his chest.
He's got a dog in him. Stoned during that draft yesterday. Yeah, so half of them were probably high. But Dak fell in almost every draft that I'm in.
I know why. What's happening here? He's got CeeDee Lamb. He's got, his Gallup's hurt for a couple of weeks, but he's got, you know what it is? They're all taking Jerry Jones, Jura. They're all going out like, we're going to run the football effectively this year. That's what we're going to do. We're going to run the football. And I'm like, okay, cool. Run the football. Guess what? On 3rd and 7, you're not going to run the football. You're going to be passing the football. Dalton Schultz is going to eat. CeeDee Lamb is going to eat. The fact that this guy fell so far in this draft is out of control. Well, no, first of all, I had 6th pick in the draft. I'm not going to take Zeke 6th pick in the draft in a dynasty league.
No, I know.
I'm not stupid. And we had this conversation.
But we had this conversation.
We had this conversation.
You were not present for the draft, so we were like, well, we're never letting Kyle's like, I'm never letting Dave hear the end of it. Javonte over Dak, and he's got a standing bet with you about Javonte Williams and Dak. And then he was like, oh, I'm just going to
Javonte and Dak?
Yeah, not Dak. Zeke.
Oh, Zeke. Who's got the standing bet?
We do.
What?
Don't make me pull it.
Wait, we had a bet about this shit?
Yeah, it's the league fee. It was a $50 bet on who was going to have more fantasy points, Javonte Williams or Zeke. Bro.
Let's go. He's my listen at the dynasty league, man. I'm hoping he just blows up.
I caught Dave in one of those high blood pressure moments when he was like, we were all attacking Zeke. So he just was like, "I'll fuck. Zeke's gonna lead the league in rushing."
Tell me the lie.
All right.
Tell me when I start telling lies.
Zeke is gonna lead the league in rushing. That's
got a breaking news. Joe Flacco starting week 1. That's official. There it is. So there you go. Sorry, Jets fans. You will lose to the Ravens in week 1. So there goes my 5-0 prediction.
It is a dynasty league, Kyle. So I understand that. Kyle's in a rebuild already.
First of all, I didn't pick Javonte over Zeke in the situation. Now he's like Terry Collins.
Yeah.
Now I'm in a jackpot. Now I'm in a situation. Like, oh, you little cocksucker. Literally, that was the greatest rant ever. But I was in the
Nick
6th
is
spot.
saying he was here that day.
Screw you, Nick. No. I understand what I said. I was there when I said it. But I will say that when you're in the 6th pick in the draft in a dynasty league, which, again, I will sit there on record and say, I don't know if this dynasty league goes past the year.
It does. Stop.
I'm just saying, based off the personalities in there, we don't know who's going to be around.
I feel like the personalities are good.
I think it was an elite personality draft. I just hope that we stick around. It's $50. Why wouldn't you? Shit like that.
Football but and baseball are very different.
6th pick in the draft. If I would have taken Ezekiel Elliott with the 6th pick in the draft, that's something I would never live down from any of you clowns. So I took Javonte because if you looked at the draft board, he was the best available running back because I think he will be good long term. It's a dynasty league. Crazy how much Dave hates it. You tell me to look at the comments.
Dave is just a Pollard lover, I guess.
I love Zeke. Zeke is my I got a fat head of Zeke in my attic. Huge. Like, it's my guy. Love him. Feed him.
Put a hat on a hat, Zeke.
What?
Put a hat on a hat.
Hat on a hat.
Fat head of yours. You fucking Ewok.
Oh, man.
All right,
I'm just like looking back and forth. Anyway, can we do start them situms? How about that?
Guys, you have any start them sit 'em
yeah,
questions?
If you have any start them sit 'em questions, that's fine. Take the hat off, Dave. Screw all you guys, first of all. Hey, nobody's singing from the mountaintops from Zeke. Go follow me on Twitter. People think I'm absolutely out of my mind on Twitter when it comes to Ezekiel Elliott. I love the guy. I want to be his best fucking friend. I do. I want to meet him. I want to hang out with him.
Settle down.
No, I want to be his best friend. I do. Anyway, so give me some stardom situms. First of all, I will say that I gave you one actually.
Yeah.
It was a good one actually, and it was in my Yahoo League with Joe Angelo. And it was a question to either start Gabe Davis against the Los Angeles Rams, which again, it's not a traveling Jalen Ramsey, but he's there. He's there all the time, and they have Diggs, or Rashad Bateman against the Jets now. Now that this Jets game looks like it's might be a little bit of a tough sled. Bateman or Davis?
I'm taking Davis in this one only because Bateman hasn't really done much in his NFL career yet, as neither has Gabriel Davis, but Gabriel Davis is coming off that playoff performance last year.
Scored 9 touchdowns in
he's
6
stepping
weeks.
into the role that, I mean, I feel like it's something that he's been waiting for a couple of years, worked his ass off to get in this spot and on a high-powered offense. You drafted Gabriel Davis a little bit higher than Bateman, I would imagine. And I honestly believe in Sauce Gardner. I really do. I think he's going to give Bateman a hard time out there if he does shadow him. And Ramsey isn't shadowing anybody.
Yeah, he stays on the left side, right side, whatever the fuck.
I don't think he's going to be following Diggs around, or so you will have some matchups with Gabriel Davis on Ramsey, but he's playing largely in the slot, I think, or maybe not. Honestly, he's probably not lined up on the outside more.
Question
often.
from Danny DeJesus.
But I'm still starting Gabriel Davis over,
I hear you.
over Bateman.
Tyler Boyd or asthmatic enigma Treylon Burks?
Tyler Boyd.
I'm going to go Boyd too.
Treylon Burks isn't listed as a starter. He's the number 3 right now. Hines Westbrook, I think, is the number 2. That's an easy job for him to take if he really starts getting his shit together.
Mm-hmm.
But Treylon Burks isn't there yet.
Who's Green Bay got first week?
Minnesota.
Well, Mark's coming in asking Josh Allen or Aaron Rodgers. Listen, man, if you draft Josh Allen,
he's
don't
starting.
even. That's not a. It's not a thing. You know what I mean? Like that's Rodgers is going to be good, but it's Josh Allen. Let's see. Mark Menzel, Kareem Hunt or Rock Stevenson, full point PPR.
That's a tough one too. Who are the Browns playing here? Week 1. That matters.
I'm not saying it doesn't matter. I'm just saying that I don't know off the top of my head. We'll be doing our full breakdowns of standings. The Browns got Carolina, bro. They're playing Baker.
I'm starting Kareem Hunt. No question about it.
And James Rube's coming in saying Stevenson.
Yeah. I mean, he's a big Stevenson guy. He's got him as number 2. I don't know that because that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I have to do a little bit of a deeper dive on that. That was a good one. That one's a good one. What do we got? Olave or McKenzie? I'm probably going to start McKenzie in this one. Olave hasn't done anything yet. I think Michael Thomas probably going to play. Are they saying he's going to play?
I mean, I haven't heard anything. If you don't hear any bad news about Michael Thomas, you would assume
Michael
he's
Thomas
playing.
is going to give it a shot week 1. So
give it a shot. He's had like a calendar year to get better. I'm sure he's fine.
There's injury situation going on with his calf or some shit. So I think he's going to play. But if he doesn't play, then Olave 100%. But
Tony Benevento, Trey Lance or Tom Brady against the Cowboys?
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance is going against the Bears. Yes,
I'm
it's
gonna
Trey
start
Lance,
Trey Lance.
100%. Jack's coming in. J.K. Dobbins, his boy in Baltimore, or Antonio Gibson, who now gets the extra reps he wasn't supposed to get because of the shooting that occurred in Washington.
So I don't think J.K. Dobbins is going to go on Sunday.
Really?
I think he's going to sit this one out. But what was the question? Who's the other guy? Because I'm missing it.
Dobbins or Gibson? Gibson's going to get the workload now.
I would look into see if Mike Davis is available, and maybe you start Mike Davis over
Mike Davis, like the
Mike
old
Davis
Atlanta back?
Yeah.
Carolina? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Interesting.
I think he's going to get the bulk of the carries at least in week 1, or anytime you see J.K. Dobbins out, you would think Kenyon Drake, but I think Kenyon Drake's got that role. I think he's just the third down guy.
Let's see some defensive action here. Pats D or the Cowboys D. The Cowboys are taking on Tampa Bay. The Patriots will face off against the Miami Dolphins. Oof.
All right, look, in this case, you're streaming in defense. Who's out there? Who's your worst player? I feel like Tennessee against the Giants is maybe available. Denver's available in a lot of leagues, and Denver's playing Seattle.
I want to say in that regard, like, while I think that the Cowboys are going to smack up Tom Brady, I do. I'm on record saying 6 sacks. Okay, so that's a thing, but the Cowboys will probably let up some points. I'm not sure. I don't know, man. I don't like New England this year at all. In any event, like in any capacity, start Dallas. Fuck it, go hot. Let's go. Let's see. New Orleans in a suicide pool this week against Atlanta. That's Mark Menzel coming.
Dallas is home.
Dallas is home, brother. Same team, different result. Coming at you.
I would still be looking at the free agent pool on that.
Just to see who's there.
Yeah,
Let's see here. Would you bench the Bills D because they're going to play the Rams, or go with the Titans against the Giants? Titans. 100%. But I mean, look, having the Bills D for long-term fantasy, yes,
Harold
all
Landry
day.
is out, and that was the backbone last year for the Titans. But they're well
it's still the Giants, and
still the Giants.
Until the Giants show me something, which they could. They can go out there. Danny Dimes could drop 3 in the bucket. Who
what
knows?
else we got, people? I know that there's some more out there. I could just start going in my own decision, my own teams here.
Yeah. Well, listen, there's a couple moves to be made. Mine was that one as far as that. Chris Olave is actually an option too. How much burn are you giving a guy like George Pickens in like fantasy lineups? Are you starting him
I'm
ever?
not starting. I think Claypool's still the number 2 there. They gave Pickens a couple opportunities in preseason, but it was maybe just to see what he's able to do. I don't think it was them giving him the job. He's still 3rd in line right now. It's Claypool as the number 2 in Pittsburgh, but things could change very soon. I'm all in on George Pickens as a player for his career, but he's going to take a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like Mark Menzel. We just said this. It looks like Mike Davis is the guy if Dobbins doesn't go. Gus Bus still on the mend, and Kenyon Drake is brand new. So my assumption is Mike Davis will get that workload if Dobbins don't go. Do you want to test on Mike Davis? Do you want to go find somebody else? That's
another guy that I've been seeing, like another potential ad. If you have a Devin Duvernay available, he's going to be seeing a lot of targets this year.
Who?
I know Devin Duvernay for Baltimore.
He's a free agent in a lot of leagues.
He was in a couple, but now he's not. I added him a few times across all 38 leagues that I'm in. I'm big on Devin Duvernay as the stream flex option if you need it in a tight spot. There's the leagues that we're running are deep, so Devin Duvernay will be in lineups at some
I noticed
this
that.
Year.
Like last night, 18 rounds on a 1-year season. That's a lot, bro.
Oh, Dave, did it take an
But it takes the fun out of the free agent rush.
It takes no, it does not. It does not.
It puts more focus on the draft.
It allows
less on the free agency.
It allows teams to not have to drop a really good quarterback and things like that, because that's bullshit. I hate when a team inherits, because like say I have a bye week and like, oh, I have to drop my kicker, or I have to drop, like, no, you don't. Just you have a backup, you keep your guy. It's bullshit. I hate when teams inherit good free agents. That's not fun. It's like, oh, what waiver claim do you have on the Tuesday that this guy gets dropped? It's a crapshoot.
I want to show
draft well and manage your back end of your roster.
Unlock with Face ID. I want to show you guys that, or at least who was it? Joey D. So this right here, you probably can't see. Actually, you can. It's a little bit of a graph, right? A spikes up and down. That's the Mojo app right now. Your boy's already invested in George Pickens. Okay, so I made 2 trades yesterday on Mojo. One being Trey Lance, the other being on George Pickens. Man's a dog.
And Mark, I mean, like if Mike Davis does get the nod, I feel like he's the guy that you start over Stevenson. I know that might be unpopular because nobody's drafting Mike Davis, but if he's the full starting running back week 1 against the Jets, you got to go with him.
Wait, all right. That's a good one. Yeah, I agree. Scoop, what kind of league are you in? Like, he's got flex one. Did you see this one? Amon-Ra St. Brown, Hollywood Brown, or Mooney in his flex. How did you get all those guys? 18 league?
Probably it's like 2 receivers.
Rooney, Mooney, Hollywood Brown, or Ross St. Brown. That's on the same team. It's pretty good. Good draft.
Regular.
Joe, did you sign up for the app, bro? I'm assuming he did, or at least he saw it.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Everybody in this chat, go at the very least download, or no, actually, you need an invite. But I'll hook you up. Just hit me up.
Out of those 3, Mooney,
16 league.
Mooney, I mean, I know that you're a big. Amon-Ra St. Brown's been going in like the 5th, 6th round. I feel like you drafted him for a reason. Detroit, they don't have that hard of a matchup, right? Is it Philly?
Yeah.
Darius Slay might be all up in his ass.
No, Darius Slay. I fucking hate Darius Slay. Darius Slay stinks. I don't care. He's not
Mooney
big play Slay anymore.
Who's Mooney?
Oh, and by the way, shout out to my content creators with the Cowboys.
I'm going to start Amon-Ra St. Brown in that
on YouTube and Twitter. And they debunked the whole Trayvon Diggs led up 1,000 yards last year. He did not.
Oh, God, nobody cares.
I'm just saying. There's people out there that do this kind of research.
Give it about week 8 and he'll have another 1,000.
Let's see. What is he saying? He won't. Slay won't. What was that?
All right,
Slay won't
the
travel in the
is
slot
good.
with him
Thank
on.
you for the little insight, Rube. I appreciate you. That's why we keep you around in the comments.
Yes, bro.
Or is that just his choice? Actually,
there he is. His choice.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah. So anyway, It's going to be great. The football season's here, man. I'm glad we're talking about stardom situms. I'm glad we're talking about regular season football that starts tomorrow. We'll do our game picks tomorrow. We'll make our predictions as far as actual records 1 through 6. How many weeks are 18? We're going to go through the entire time. It might take an hour or so. We're going to get it done. We're going to predict all the games. We'll come up with a graphic, and our final predictions for the 2022 NFL season will happen tomorrow on the show. One more time, one more again, I want to shout out Mojo for the opportunity for myself and Gooch to come on out full swinging next week or September 19th. We appreciate the opportunity, and we think that we're going to kill it. We think this is going to be a fun time to be a member of our Chop Sports community, a fun member. If you're a member of Mojo once that launches, and if you want to get in on the soft launch right now, shoot me a message on the side. I'll compile a list. I'll send that list over to Suresh over at Mojo, and we'll get you guys going. So it's been fun. It's been a legendary show today. We got to announce some really cool shit. If you haven't seen it and you caught us live, please go back and watch the beginning for the big announcement. But yeah, so you ready to fucking get going, bro? You ready to grind?
Ready to get it in.
It's
and
football.
just to answer Sam's question, on the 19th, I believe, is when things are going to change officially. So not this coming Monday, the Monday after.
So we're gonna get you'll get your first full week coverage of the NFL next week with the results and the games and all that shit. We'll do that. We're gonna do it every Monday, but next week we're still all full bore, 5 days a week, Chop Sports Daily. So we're gonna have to change the name to Not Daily. Chop Sports Not Daily. We'll figure it out.
Chop Sports every other day. Lee.
I like that. So for Sturch Gooch, A5 behind the glass, this has been another episode of the Chop Sports Daily.
Now, we're just gonna have to share it. I think Kyle wants us to put up a graphic, which I'll do it.
All right, we'll wait for
it.
this. Okay.
Kyle, I did want. We'll talk after. I wanted to thank you for.
And now hold up, fellas.
Cool
Nobody wants to leave.
The cool thing that you did that I promise you I did not ask for that, but I do appreciate it.
What?
The little mention in the.
Oh yeah, dude! Shout out to.
I don't want to, because I don't know how the process went, so we'll talk after.
Well, could we just shout out Ashley for her
yes.
wonderful write up? So
yes.
we appreciate that. That was good. Very important, he says, with an exclamation. Don't worry, Kyle. We're not going anywhere. It's overtime here at Chop Sports Studios.
There we go.
I know. I'm using your terms now.
That's great.
Yes, please like the video. That would help us tremendously as well. Whatchamacallit? And share it. Let everybody know. Share the news. I got a bunch of text messages, so obviously people are hitting me up and very excited about everything that's happening. David, your Walgreens. Okay, that's the text I didn't want to get. Yeah. So anyway, once again, thanks everybody for coming. Did you find it? Do you know what it is?
I do. Give me a second.
Okay. Do your thing. We do have, again, like I said, we're going to make the game picks tomorrow. We want to thank everybody for sticking with us for this long. It's actually not even really officially overtime until you get past the 1 hour mark, but it's been a crazy turn of events last couple of days with this Mojo stuff, and I think that it's going to be very good. This is 1000% filler. Also, if you want to come see me do my thing, you can come on out to Rahway, New Jersey on Friday night. WrestlePro returns to Rahway with special guest, the Olympic gold medalist himself, Kurt Angle, will be in the building. So you'll check me out. I'm going to be ring announcing for at least the first match. I kind of do that, and then I get behind the booth and I just do my thing over there. But yes, very, very excited about that as well. All my travel plans have been nixed. I wanted to go out to Dallas a couple times this year, maybe go out to Jacksonville. All those travel plans have been nixed because Mojo is now preference and preferred. And we're going to get that going very, very soon. So, yes, Bailey, go watch the beginning, dog. Yeah, Kurt Angle, man, the Olympic gold medalist himself, who won the Olympic gold medal with, I don't know if you heard this, a broken freaking neck. So go check that out in Rahway. $20 a ticket at the door. Come show up. Come say hello. You have it? Are we good? Are you loading it? I don't know what you're doing over there, but is it like, do we need a drum roll? Like, is it? I'm lost.
One of his picks. Oh, there we go. Let's ride.
No way. You fucking
Ezekiel Elliott will lead the NFL in rushing. That's Dave on the show. Dave off the show is just dressed up as Javonte Williams. For those that are listening at home.
Oh my God.
Thank you for the gem, Kyle. It was well worth the wait.
This is great. Kyle, you are a creative individual, and I'm glad you. First of all, the best part is he put the 33 on Russ. That's definitely Russ. This is amazing.
Yeah, you can tell by
my
the way he's holding
God.
the ball. That is classic.
Yeah, dude, that's Russ Wilson. Oh
That
my
is-
God. All right,
that
get
is
rid of this
good.
shit so I
That
can
is
close the
good.
goddamn show. Oh, that is fucking gold right there. I
don't know
hope
how to
people
get
are
rid of
taking
it. I think it's
screenshots.
It's stuck.
Dude, you said it's stuck? Fuck you, put it off. So anyway, it's been a show for Sturch and Gooch. Bronco Nation, let's ride.
Mojo, baby.
What an asshole.